Hello everyone, so I'm back today with another video in my Life Path and Expression series. So this is another video that was requested by one of my lovely commenters and subscribers. So if you are a particular life path number and a particular expression number, and I haven't already done the video on that life path and expression, please send me a message, put me a little message in the description box, or send me an email or through social media, and I'll be more than happy to do a video for your life path and expression, because there's about like 140 odd life path and expression numbers, and I want to do them in the order that is best for my subscribers. So any requests, put them forward, and those will be the first videos that I do. So this lovely subscriber is a life path 3, so this is for that person, you know who you are, and anyone else that is a life path 3 expression number master 224. Now your life path 3 is what you're working towards in this lifetime. It's what you need to develop more into, and your expression number master 22 is the talents that you bring with you to help you achieve your life path. Sometimes the expression number helps your life path, sometimes it hinders it. They are different numbers, so some numbers are better than others at supporting certain life paths, but this is the life path 3 and expression number 22-4. So the life path 3 and the 22-4, you see the 22-4 talent is about organisation and procedures and goal setting and working hard, getting the job done, creating stability and security for your family and your business and your home. But your life path 3 means that talent for security and stability and planning. This time, in this lifetime, you need to work towards being a bit less planned, a bit less hardworking, a bit more creative and dynamic and expressive and emotional, having an audience rather than working hard with your hands. So the 3 and the 4 are two very different numbers, the 22-4 and the 3. So in this lifetime, you've very much chosen to pursue another avenue for your development. And in some areas, the 22-4 will help you, and in quite a few areas you might find that difficult, because the 3 and the 4 are two very different numbers. So you're going to find out a bit more about that as I go on. So your life path 3 is about bringing positive, creative, emotional self-expression to inspire and delight your audience and control your emotional sensitivity. So you're more about working on your own time. You don't like schedule. You don't like working by anyone else's time. You're creative. You're like the messy, creative artisan that likes to work their own way. That's the life path 3. It's also very social, very expressive. You have an audience and you're the life of the party and everyone listens to you. That's the sort of person you're working towards if you're a life path 3. But your talent, if you're a life path 3 22-4 expression, is that you have excellent social skills like you need for the life path 3, but less leery social skills, more about tact and teamwork, balancing your responsibilities, but also being secure, being a master builder, creating structures, processes, procedures, and organizations that will be a catalyst and change things in the world. The biggest issue you're going to have here is your talent is to be organized and focused, and your life path actually needs you to be a bit more airy-fairy and creative and bend the rules a little bit, speak to people a bit more, socialize a bit more. Anyway, I'm going to go into the details of every bit now. It's like I normally split the life path into between 9 or 10 sections, which are the main parts of the life path that you need to achieve. And then I put next to it on the right hand side how the expression number will help or hinder that element of your life path. So let's get going. So you're here to learn, most importantly, in the life path 3. Remember, this isn't something you'll necessarily find easy to do. You might have started to change towards this, or you might be still finding this difficult. It depends where you are in your development. So you're here to learn to be more verbally expressive, to inform and delight other people, being a teacher, a speaker, an entertainer, being the social life of the party. That's what you're working towards. You may struggle in some way because it's a life path 3 and you're meant to struggle with this. You might struggle in some way verbally. You might be really, really shy. You might have a speech delay or a speech impediment, low confidence that makes you scared to express yourself to others. That's very much the element of a life path 3. You're here to learn to express yourself in a great way, but you might start by struggling to express yourself. Now, the expression number 22, it means you have good social skills in the expression 22. That's what it can offer you. But more on a one-to-one level. The life path 3 needs you to be more social in bigger groups, be dynamic, be confident enough to talk to an audience. But the 22's social skills are more subdued. They're more one-to-one. They're quieter and less emotional. You know, the 22 is also better and prefers to plan, spend time alone for planning, organisation and private study, as well as the social time, of course. Standing in front of an audience may prove a little bit difficult for your talents in the 22, because standing in front of an audience isn't necessarily one of your talents, your top forte. You prefer alone time, small groups and one-to-one really. But you are a master builder of structures. That's your talent. Structures, businesses and organisations. And organisations. You can build a business around your creative emotional expression. There is a way to merge the two. So you're here to learn to be creative, emotional, expressive to an audience, but your talent is around about in the business, to organise it, to put structure and security around it. So what's to stop you from building a business or an organisation around what you do in your creative emotional expression? You can create a business around being a speaker, around being a teacher. You know, it just takes some creativity, and whatever your passion is, the life path 3 can help you express that. And the expression number 2's ability to build a business around that, they could work together quite well if you use it right. So to support your life path 3, allow your positive verbal expression out of its cage to support your life path 3 and express your message creatively to larger groups. Then you can use your ability in the expression 22 to help you build that secure business, to be that master builder, to put security to dynamic forces. Totally possible for you to do. So you're also here to learn to express yourself creatively, to inspire, to inform, to delight, to come up with your own creative ideas. You may struggle to progress and execute and finish creative projects because you look at your own work a lot of the time and you have low confidence, or you procrastinate, or you tell yourself it's not good enough and either leave it unfinished or completely destroy it. So it's not just about learning to express yourself creatively, to inform and delight others. It's also having the confidence to allow your work to be shown to other people. Now, this is a difficulty you're working towards. Now, your expression 22 talent energy will give you extra ability to be able to move projects forward. Excellent planning skills, effective team building skills that you have in the 22, excellent social skills, and the ability to take a creative project in your 3 life path to the point of execution and performance. The next stage of development then, when you've taken your creative project to the point of execution and performance using your life path 3, your next stage of development to support your life path is being part of that performance and execution of the idea, actually being the person that expresses that idea. But you need to have faith in your abilities. Your talent in the 22-4 doesn't predispose you into creative expression towards audiences. You know, it's more small group and alone time and analysis and planning, because you're a master builder. So this is very much different to what you're naturally talented to being, but you're able to do that. You know, you don't come to this earth with a life path that you can't achieve. You know, that's never going to happen. You always have the potential to do that. So never doubt your potential, but understand that if you find this area quite difficult, there's a reason for that. It's because your talents lay mostly in quiet team building and organization and actually making things happen, building in the real world. But your life path is about emotional expression and emotional delight to an audience. It's more creative, it's more dynamic, it's more airy-fairy. But that's to what you're working towards. Okay, so that's going to be your goal, coming away from security and coming away from organization and away from building and hard work and going towards the creative. That's what you need to do in this lifetime. You must learn to be dynamic if you're a life path 3. Take risks, be confident, to enjoy the attention and the limelight of an audience. You need to be able to do that to help you achieve your life path 3. But you can be shy, underconfident, and feel unable to take those risks that you need to take to achieve your life path 3. And again, your expression 22 might be a little bit of a hindrance here, because your talent, your 22 talent energy is very security minded, your ability, you're a builder of security and stability. You're talented at staying safe, at building stability, and you like to have a family and a secure business. So you'll find it difficult to do this, but your life path 3 needs you to, and you agreed to before you came here, to be more dynamic, to be willing to be braver, to be less safe, to risk your stability that little bit, to be able to express yourself creatively, perform and execute your idea, get yourself out there and show people your creative, expressive talents. You must come out from the shadows and show who you are to your audience. That's what you need to do to achieve your life path 3. And again, it's not going to be easy with your expression 24, because you're very, sensitive to high energy environments. You're quieter in your social time. You'd rather not talk to an audience if you can get away with it, but you need to work more towards being more confident in the world, meeting more people and expressing your message, your specialism, or whatever it is you speak to the world with passion and emotion and creativity. That's what you're working towards. So you're also here to learn to express your emotions positively. If you're a life path number 3, you're a very emotional being. The expression number 22 is going to balance this a little bit, but I'll come on to that. So you can be really, really emotional, and you can express your emotions positively when you're doing well, or of course you can express your emotions very, very badly, and it can be quite emotionally explosive. So you can also be extremely sensitive to criticism from others, other people's emotions. You can be quite a sponge and absorb them. And when you absorb other people's negative emotions, it can cause you and not help you in expressing negative emotions to other people. And you can be quite explosive, sometimes almost physical in your attacks to other people. But in your expression number 22, you have more of a balancing energy of calm, quiet, more organized, more builder of peace of mind. It sort of balances that dynamic energy a little bit more. You have good social skills, but sometimes you can get a little impatient and a little bit aggressive and high-handed in the 22-4. Your sensitive energy can lose a bit of confidence when you're criticized. You may feel quite resentful and become uncooperative if you do feel resentful, especially if you feel walked on or taken advantage of by others. So to support your life path 3 here, allow your sensitive emotions to come out of you. You need to for your life path 3, but in a balanced and positive way for positive results. It's about being able to control those really strong emotions and use them for your own benefit. Your emotions can be used to help you connect with your audience, to help you connect with your creativity on a very deep levels, and that's using your emotions for good things. When you're using your emotions for bad things and you let them to overtake you negatively, it can cause you to behave quite negatively towards others. So that's something for you to guard against. But your calming 22-4 expression energy should help to balance that explosive emotional energy a bit, because the 22-4 is a much more calmer disposition. And your hatred of conflict in the 22 and your excellent tactful social skills and abilities to mediate will balance, if you use it correctly, your emotional turmoil and help stop you from kicking off at people, really. So support your life path 3 by allowing your sensitive emotions to be expressed. That's what you're here to do. You need to express your emotions for your life path, but you must control them and make sure they come out in a balanced and positive way so that they inspire people, not hurt people. You're also here to develop the habit of acting, to be a doer, an executor of ideas, to get out there and get it done. You know, when you're low, you can struggle with apathy, you can be lazy, directionless, lacking in focus. You can procrastinate quite a lot. You talk the talks often, but you don't walk the walk. You say you're going to do something, but like a week later, it's still not done. That's very much the life path 3 that you need to work past. But your 22 energy is going to help you here a lot. So you're a planner. You're a builder of ideas, you have incredible work ethic, sometimes becoming quite workaholic, but these two numbers should balance each other. The 3 is not going to become a workaholic, and the 4 and the 8, or the 22, 4 and the 8 tend to be more workaholic. But these two numbers working together, if used correctly, can quite balance each other so you don't become a workaholic. So it will balance out your laziness and your procrastination, maybe make you a bit of a harder worker, but you've got to use it to your advantage. The expression number 22 energy won't just flash out of you. You've got to practice it and you've got to use it. So your ethic for working hard to prepare, to make things happen in the true spirit of service, building something to serve humanity, is going to help you develop that habit of acting that you need in the life path 3. You need to do, not procrastinate. To support your life path 3, make yourself part of the action, the expression. Get it done. Just get started, you know, get that direction. Yeah. So you're also here to learn to be social. The 3 can hide themselves away a little bit, especially when they're feeling low. But you're here to learn to be more social and more dynamic, more talkative, the life of the party, the bringer of fun and positivity, the need to be a networker, to meet new people and not be afraid, communicate an emotional message to an audience of people that you may have never met before and still do it in such a confident way. You can be quiet and struggle to speak, but what you're working towards is being social, talkative, confident, expressive, talking to your audience without fear, without shame, but you just talking through your emotions and your passion. You know, so you're not even thinking about the words that are coming out of your mouth. They're just coming through your emotions and your emotional expression. That's what you're working towards in the life path 3. Now, you have excellent social skills in the 22. You can be talkative, but again, as I said, you're better one-to-one, you're better in small familiar groups than large social events or audiences or meeting large groups of people. That's something that you might find a little bit more difficult to deal with. But to support your life path 3, be braver, assert yourself a little bit more, make new connections, widen your social circle, go to confidence classes, public speaking classes, anything to help you be able to look into the eyes of an audience and talk to them with creative expression so that they will listen to you. Okay, that's what you're working towards. You must develop more independence if you're a life path 3. Now, it might be balanced more by the expression 22, but the life path 3 can sometimes be a bit lazy and dependent. You like to be looked after and you can be prone to avoiding work a little bit, or anything needing a routine or a commitment. However, this energy is going to be balanced in you, especially if you use it correctly. Your hatred of working, of being independent and going to work every day at the same time is going to be balanced out by your talent in the 22 energy. The 22 energy loves routine, hard work and creating focus and and abundance and independence, and they're totally going to help you balance out this energy to support this element of your life path 3. So your 22 talent, even though your life path makes you a little bit more lacking in independence, bit dependent, expecting the world to look after you, your 22 talent energy, when used correctly, will keep you focused on building your own security and independence, and your own stability to help the world and yourself, building better relationships and working with others cooperatively. You are not dependent in the 22, as much as the life path predisposes you to being a little bit dependent. If you allow it, you will become dependent, but you're talented in being independent and security minded. So use that ability to stop you slipping towards the dependence that is rife with the life path 3. So your balanced independence and interdependence with these two numbers, together with your comfort with routine in the 22-4 and commitment, will help this element of your life path. Okay, so use your ability to cope with hard work and routine to help you develop that interdependence and independence, so that you're not always expecting to be looked after by others. You can create your own independence and you can create your own abundance. You're also here to be a bit of an opportunist. You see that number 3 is more dynamic. You're talented at being stable and secure and organized and knowing what you're doing and when you're going to do it. But your challenge for this lifetime is to go to the opposite end of that. It's to be more opportunistic, to be less safe, to network, make useful connections, meet new people, take a few risks, snap up a few opportunities to spread the word and progress your ideas and projects. This element of your life path is going to be difficult, as you may have already noticed. You prefer to be calm. In the 22, you prefer to be planned. You struggle to be opportunistic and meet new people. You prefer to be familiar and speak to people you know, or be alone. Work at being braver for your life path 3. Spread the word. Make new connections to support your life path 3. Try and throw caution to the wind a little bit more. Be a little bit more opportunistic. Make more connections. Try and be braver. You've got it in you. You've got the potential. You wouldn't be a life path 3 if you didn't have the potential to achieve your life path 3. You must also learn, excuse me, before I choke. That's better. So you must also learn in the life path 3 to take responsibility, to listen to guidance. You can be a little bit irresponsible, and sometimes you need guidance from those close because you're very creative and quite irresponsible. You try new things. You're a risk taker. That's kind of what you're working towards. Your life path 3 needs you to be less safe and more dynamic, remember. But you've also got to think before you act. It's not about going from total safety to complete and utter danger, so you don't know whether you're going to wake up the next day. Finding that balance between the two, bringing more risk into your life, but not so much risk that you completely make decisions that destroy everything. So you need to learn to take responsibility, make good decisions, listen to guidance, be a bit more responsible. That's what you need to be in the life path 3. Your 22 talent energy is going to help you with that yet again. You are incredibly responsible, so that should balance out that irresponsibility you have within you. Use it, because that's what you need for your life path, certainly this element of it. You're good at being of service towards others. You're good at being responsible. You have lots of wisdom. You're talented at helping others, being of service, making good decisions. So support your life path 3 by ensuring that you don't do too much for other people, I guess, because, if you do too much, you end up overbalancing, and it will cause you to be resentful and irresponsible. So the expression number 22 is going to encourage you to be more responsible. Your life path 3 is less about responsibility. So you might swing sometimes towards too much responsibility, and your life path wants you to be freer. Your life path wants you to be a bit more dynamic, to maybe step back on the responsibility a little bit and ensure that you can spend your time being more creative rather than being responsible. Okay, now that doesn't mean you're allowed to be irresponsible and hurt people and break the law and blah, blah, blah. It means I'm asking you to be a bit more go with the flow, more creative, a little bit more scattered, but not so scattered that you don't get anything done. Basically, you have a strong energy in organisation and focus, and we need to mellow that down a bit. I need to see more of your creativity, more of your throwing caution to the wind, more of your showing your expressive, creative, artistic abilities, working on your own time a little bit more, chilling with the still, but also getting things done. You know what I mean? So I hope you found my video really useful today. Please like this video if you haven't already, and if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe and click that bell icon, because I am always uploading new videos and new updated information. You can contact me by emailing me at katie@soulexplorer.net, or you can go to my website, soulexplorer.net, and I'm going to put links to my social media in the description box below. I'm also going to put links to my numerology course on Udemy that I've put on there. So it's a really comprehensive course on numerology, the number energies, and where it all sits in your chart and what it means, how the numbers blend together. I spent quite a lot of time on this course, so I'm hoping it will be really useful. So the link will be in the description box. And as ever, guys, I want you to trust the soul within you, because only you know what's best for you, right? Only you know what's best for you. Trust your own gut feelings, trust your own soul messages. See you soon.